Alright, so for this video, the last time I played against them, a guy whacked my camera, or jokingly whacked my camera. In the game before that, or a few games before that, a guy knocked it down. So I decided to not go with my good GoPro on this, and there's going to be a really annoying sound on here, like a hissing and stuff. I tried to do a bunch of audio correction on it to get rid of it as much as possible. If I did more of it, you get no sound of the game, so it's like a weird balance. I'm trying on this, and I don't use this camera all that much, so unfortunately it's going to be there, so I apologize from that to begin with. For this gear, this is all the Hyperlite 2 stuff, and I haven't done a review on it, and I had a ton of people ask me to do a review on it and when it's coming. It's coming, but I'm going to talk about this blocker really quickly, because there's a few plays on here where there is some massive rebounds, and this is a fantastic blocker. And one of my biggest complaints about previous Bauer vapor blockers, including the Hyperlite and including the 2X Pro, was that the hand position was the exact same as on the Supreme at the time. And basically when you put your hand in it, it was like the hand itself on the board was up here, so the fingers didn't really go past the board. And now it's a lot lower. So I always loved that two-piece blocker because the hand position and the balance of it was just lower down. On this, basically replaces that two-piece blocker. So you don't have that massive board anymore, which is a pro and a con depending on what you prefer, and you have a different sidewall, but this thing is so good. It's just absolutely fantastic. It probably is my favorite blocker right now, which is saying a lot. I'm very picky on blockers. I really like the old Supreme blockers, and I have a 1S I still use quite often, and I think this thing is going to surpass it. So that's a lot of praise coming from me. I will be doing a full review of it in the future, but I wanted to call that out because you'll see that a bit in this video. Another thing you're going to see a bunch in this video is post-integration with the Hyperlite 2 pads. And this is that whole boot design, super flat boot with no channel and everything. And you can see how it kind of works here. It works pretty well, especially after I added that little bit of slack into the elastic toe tie to give that kind of a bridge. It works well, and you will see a lot of evidence in this one. And you want to support the channel, and you need a base layer and a protective, kind of supportive base layer that helps protect your growing as well as your hips. Check out the Konekt. This is the Pro 1.0 pant, so this one is not quite as restrictive, and this is kind of tight right here in this X pattern. You might have seen these as Under Armour before, or Bauer for the hockey specific ones. There's also the Core 3.0, which is a lot stiffer, as you can see. Really helps protect my growing and keeping it kind of in place and make sure it doesn't overstretch itself. There's a discount code, and you click the link in the description. Use that discount code to get a discount off, help support myself, as well as get you some pretty awesome base layer pants that really do help with injury prevention and help stabilize your core while playing. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes, again, back into the channel so I can make more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all
ready for this?
So overall for the game, my team played fantastic. They got a bunch of goals. They really hammered it home pretty quickly in this one, I'm gonna say, and we just always had a lead and just kept a lead, and they did a really good job. I didn't feel like I really had to do all that much work either, and they did a really good job defensively as well. This is one of those teams where it's a case of usually you figure out, okay, we do something different with jerseys. This is a tale of two stubborn teams that don't really want to fix the jersey issue. Both of these teams are pretty similar for how long they've been in the league, but this other team, my old team, was orange and black, and they wouldn't ever switch their jerseys from this, even though we were in the league for 15 years and we're orange and black. So that's a thing, and this is a case here. And actually the first goal is a case of where a rebound goes off of boards. I see a guy all in black with no orange, because really when you look at these two jerseys, the only thing that's really telling apart is orange, and I saw all black. Didn't think he was their teammate, thought it was one of my teammates. Gets the puck, he's kind of pointing towards me. I'm like, oh no, he's on the wrong team. Takes a shot, I make a save, awful rebound, they score on the rebound. So I should have played this more seriously and actually just kind of slid over and played the puck correctly. And I didn't. I got it lazy. And I thought my own team was on the puck, so I didn't really have to go over there and do anything. And it wasn't my own teammate. So that was a big mistake on my part. Second goal is a nice play where a guy manages to somehow pass this to a guy out in front who's kind of covered a bit. I make a pretty good save, just getting wide and down low and covering everything low. I make the initial save. I think he swats it back out up front, and then their trailing player ends up being able to poke it in while I'm kind of dealing with a couple sticks and sliding over more, and I'm just out of position at that point. I make the first save, rebound goes out to the wrong guy. I can't recover from it, so not a whole lot to do there. Overall, the team just played really good though, and there wasn't a whole lot to go off of or do on this one, and it's always kind of nice when you get support like that. So decent game overall, and was a decent one to watch too, I think.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.